friends, today we are going to take up a very important topic called as President's Rule. This topic is asked in various MCQ examination, in various competitive examinations. So today we are going to take this topic in that way only, so that you can answer each and every question from this topic when it comes in your examination. This topic we are going to study in two parts. In the first video or in the first session of this class, we are going to take up two things. First is Article 355, grounds of proclamation, the approval and duration part. And in the next session, we are going to take up what are the consequences of President rule. So this video is going to be around 7 to 8 minutes, and the next video is going to be 5 to 6 minutes. So it's very short video, and it covers most of the information which is required to answer any MCQ question. So let's proceed. First of all, we should know what are the other names of President rule. The President's rule is also called as state emergency or constitutional emergency. So it is famous from three names: President rule, as we all know, state emergency and constitutional emergency. Then the second question which comes in the examination: which of the following emergency is described under so and so article? So you should also know under which article presidential or president rule come. It come under Article 356. Now, before understanding why president impose or proclaim emergency in a state, why? So for that, we need to understand another article which is called as Article 355. Now, Article 355, this article gives a duty to center, and that duty says that center has a duty to see that all the states, they are working according to the constitutional provision. So what does that mean? इसका मतलब ये है कि सेंटर की ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है सेंटर की ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि वो ये देखें कि स्टेट्स जो भी रूल लॉ एक्ट बना रही है वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के हिसाब से वैलिड होने चाहिए, और अगर ऐसा नहीं है then it is the duty of center to told that state कि please make your rules accordingly. And if at that time that state do not comply with the center, then president has full power to proclaim the emergency in that state. Then what are the consequences once the president rule is imposed? We will discuss in next topic. So now let's see what are the grounds of proclamation. Under what circumstances president is empowered to proclaim president rule in any state. The first ground on which president's rule can be imposed by the president is given itself in Article 356, and the second ground is given in another article which is Article 365. And how you are going to remember it? Once you remember that Article 356 is president rule or constitutional emergency, then to remember the grounds proclamation article, one is itself 356 and other is, just rewind the 56. that is 365. So first, let's see what is given in Article 356. Now, Article 356 here, if President is satisfied that a particular state government is not carrying its rules or its duty or anything which is not in accordance with the constitutional provision, अगर प्रेसिडेंट को ये लगता है कि किसी भी स्टेट में कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजंस को फॉलो ना करते हुए वो गवर्नमेंट चल रही है, तो प्रेसिडेंट को फुल अथॉरिटी है कि वो उस स्टेट में प्रेसिडेंट रूल प्रोक्लेम करे। अब प्रेसिडेंट को ये रिपोर्ट गवर्नर भी दे सकते हैं कि दिस स्टेट इज नॉट, दैट मीन्स द स्टेट असेंबली and the council headed by the chief minister is not working according to the constitutional provision, or this means president can act on the report of governor or cannot. Without the report also he is empowered to do so. So article 356 कहता है कि president को लगता है कि state constitutional provisions को फॉलो ना करते हुए काम कर रही है, तो वो प्रेसिडेंट रूल वहां अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। आर्टिकल 365 क्या कहता है? आर्टिकल 365 कहता है कि वो स्टेट जो कि सेंटर की गिवन डायरेक्शंस के अकॉर्डिंग काम नहीं कर रही है, द स्टेट विच फेल टू कंप्लाई विद द डायरेक्शंस फ्रॉम सेंटर, in that state also president can proclaim state emergency. अब यहाँ पे आप थोड़ा ध्यान देंगे, दोनों आर्टिकल 355 से ये एक्चुअली डिराइव होते हैं। यहाँ पे भी जो स्टेट है वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजंस के अगेंस्ट काम कर रही है, और यहाँ पर भी स्टेट जो है सेंटर के डायरेक्शंस के अगेंस्ट जा रही है। तो दोनों कंडीशन में एक्चुअली आर्टिकल 355 को फॉलो करने के लिए ही ये चीज ढंग से हो, आर्टिकल 355 फॉलो करने के लिए ही आर्टिकल 356 है। ओके, सो दिस इज all about the grounds of proclamation. Article 355, Article 356 and Article 365. Let's move to other two topics which are also important with respect to MCQ. First is approval and second is duration. I've made pointers, and if you remember these pointers you can easily answer any question come from this. First is approval. Now, who gave the approval? Once the president says that in this state we are going to proclaim the president rule. So in that condition, someone should be there to approve that yes, you are saying right. There should be president rule. Okay. So that approval for the proclamation is given by both the houses. They are very important. Both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha required to give their approval for president rule. If ऐसा हुआ कि दोनों ने नहीं दिया अप्रूवल या किसी एक ने अप्रूवल नहीं दिया, तो भी प्रेसिडेंट रूल इम्पोज नहीं हो सकता। कभी कभी होता है दैट राज्यसभा इज अ परमानेंट हाउस बट लोकसभा इज अ टेम्परेरी हाउस। वो उसका जो नॉर्मल टेन्योर पूरा होता है तब वो खत्म हो जाता है, डिसोल्यूशन होता है या तो सस्पेंशन होता है लोकसभा के किसी सेशन का। उस टाइम में जब न्यू सेशन स्टार्ट होगा, विद इन 30 डेज ऑफ न्यू सेशन, उस लोकसभा को ये अप्रूवल देना होगा, और उससे पहले राज्यसभा का अप्रूवल तो होना ही चाहिए, तो आप प्रेसिडेंट रूल को प्रोक्लेम अप्रूव कह सकते हैं। फिर दूसरा, इसमें किस टाइप की वोटिंग जब होगा अप्रूवल के लिए, तो वोटिंग किस टाइप का होगा, वोटिंग होगा सिंपल मेजोरिटी वोटिंग, दैट मीन्स जो भी मेंबर्स विच आर प्रेजेंट एंड वोटिंग उनका सिंपल मेजोरिटी होना चाहिए. So this is about the approval, and then the last topic of our this session is duration. कितना टाइम के लिए president rule once approved will be carried in that state. So that time is 6 months. यानी कि एक बार लोकसभा राज्यसभा में सिंपल मेजोरिटी से अप्रूवल हुआ तो वो अप्रूवल 6 मंथ तक कंटिन्यू होगा. फिर क्वेश्चन आता है कि मैक्सिमम किस टाइम के लिए हम प्रेसिडेंट रूल किसी भी स्टेट में अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. तो मैक्सिमम टाइम है 3 इयर्स. बट यहाँ ऊपर आप देखिए एक बार अप्रूवल से सिर्फ 6 मंथ कंटिन्यू हो सकते हैं. यानी कि अगर मुझे 3 मंथ कंटिन्यू करना है, 3 इयर्स के लिए कंटिन्यू करना है, तो आफ्टर एवरी 6 मंथ अगेन एन अप्रूवल इज रिक्वायर्ड फ्रॉम बोथ द हाउसेस. Now, in the original constitution, this was given that after every 6 months for maximum period of 3 years, you can get the approval and you can continue the president rule in that state. But after 44th constitutional amendment of 1978, what has happened? They have added 2 pointers that if in any state you want to continue the president rule beyond 1 year, means 1 year के बाद भी अगर if you want to continue the president rule, there should be 2 pre-requirement, only then you can continue after 1 year also. What is that? First is national emergency. First point is national emergency. Either in whole India, in whole state or in any part of the state, national emergency should be going on. Okay, तो या पूरी इंडिया में नेशनल इमरजेंसी चल रही है, उस स्टेट में नेशनल इमरजेंसी चल रही है, या उस स्टेट के किसी पार्ट में नेशनल इमरजेंसी चल रही है, तो आप 1 ईयर के बियॉन्ड प्रेसिडेंट रूल इम्पोज करा सकते हैं. दूसरा कि इफ इलेक्शन कमीशन says that in that state it is not viable to organize general elections of state assembly because of difficulty. Okay, so in that condition you can extend president rule. तो 2 पॉइंटर आप इसको याद रखिए इस तरीके से कि बियॉन्ड 1 ईयर कंटिन्यू करना है तो नेशनल इमरजेंसी होना चाहिए, या इलेक्शन कमीशन बोले कि इस स्टेट में अभी हम जनरल इलेक्शंस नहीं करा सकते. ओके, सो नाउ लेट्स क्विकली रीकैप एंड लेट्स मेक सम टेक होम मैसेज that what should we remember for the MCQ. First, the 3 names: president rule, state emergency, constitutional emergency, come under article 356. Then on what ground? When the president is not satisfied, and in second, when the state is not complying with the center. For the approval, both the houses should approve within the 2-month tenure, and that too a simple majority. For duration, for once an approval is given for 6 months it is valid. You can extend it for maximum 3 years. For after every 6 months you require a new approval, and beyond 1 year, this is by 44th amendment 1978, you should have 2 pre-requirement. There should be national emergency going on, or either election commission says that it is not viable to organize elections in that state. So this is for this session. In next session we will talk about what are the consequences of the president rule. Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, if you feel it is useful, like it, share it, and subscribe with your friends.